Good afternoon and warm greetings from the National Erasmus Plus office in Kazakhstan. This is a pre-departure orientation session for Erasmus Mundus joint master students from Kazakhstan selected in 2025. This year we have 43 scholarship holders and 11 non-scholarship holders, but today's event is for both categories of students, so we have invited both scholarship holders and non-scholarship holders to this event. My name is Laura. I'm the coordinator of the National Erasmus Plus office in Kazakhstan, and I'll be moderating today's event. My colleague Aynur Timurbolat is also here to provide some technical assistance. Be kindly informed that this event is hosted jointly with the delegation of the European Union to the Republic of Kazakhstan, and the session is being recorded. The recording of the session will be available on our YouTube channel. All the presentations that you'll see today are already available on our website. So the links to our website and social media channels will be sent in the chat box a bit later. So to put your questions, please use the chat box or raise hand function. So first of all, dear students, the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master's students selected in 2025, congratulations on your being selected to this prestigious program. And I hope you'll receive very valuable and up-to-date information during today's session. So before we start, let me give you an overview of the agenda. So in a few minutes, I'll give the floor to Her Excellency Ms. Aleshka Simkic, Ambassador of the European Union to Kazakhstan. And then the event will be followed by a number of welcome speeches by our ambassadors of EU member states, including Ms. Monika Iversen, Ambassador of Germany to the Republic of Kazakhstan, welcome speech by Mr. Luis Francisco Martinez Montes, Ambassador of Spain to the Republic of Kazakhstan. We'll also have welcome speech from Ms. Andrea Bacher, Ambassador of Austria to the Republic of Kazakhstan, and welcome speech from Ms. Antonella Deriu, Ambassador of Italy to the Republic of Kazakhstan. Afterwards, I'll give a short presentation with some numerical data about the program, scholarship recipients, and we'll have two EMJM current students, Ayjan Sakentai and Aizada Nugurbekova, who will be sharing their own experience in this program. We'll also have the country representative of the Erasmus Mundus Alumni Association, Amir Tusupov, who will be sharing his experience as alumnus of this program. And we'll conclude our program with a Q&A session. So that's the agenda for today. So now it gives me special pleasure to give the floor to Her Excellency Ms. Aleshka Simkic, the European Union Ambassador to Kazakhstan, for a welcome speech. Your Excellency, thank you for joining our event. So the floor is yours.
Dear Laura, dear colleagues, dear ambassadors, and of course, dear students, I'm very, very happy to be here today with you. I'm also joined by a colleague of mine, Adiljan, here in the delegation, and the head of cooperation section will join us a bit later, Johannes Bauer, in case you will have questions also to the delegation. But first of all, I would like to congratulate you, also join Laura in congratulating you for joining this important, prestigious Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters Program. It is not just any program. From what I read about it, is a very exclusive and actually a very competitive and attractive program that in order to get in there, it has just shown your perseverance, it shows your talent, it shows your excellence that you have managed to actually join it. And for that, really warm congratulations. The way we see this program and Erasmus in general, Erasmus Mundus in particular, is it is not only to learn from the books, which you will certainly do. You will join some rather important and visible and known European universities, but it is also for more than learning about academic skills, about the knowledge that you will get. It's also about learning about Europe. You will live in Europe, but you will also live Europe in all of its diversities, in all of its cultural differences, and I'm sure that you will be able to also learn a lot, not only of the subject matters that you have prepared for, but also about the life in Europe and about some other views perhaps that are not something that you have so far known. You may know that this year we are marking 21st anniversary of the Erasmus Mundus program. And when we started, since we started in 2004, 510 Kazakh students have joined this program, that includes also all of you that are here on the video. I don't see you, by the way, but I'm sure that you are somewhere behind. That is actually a very good program. These scholarship holders have the opportunity to study at least in 3 institutions from at least 3 different countries. And that's why it is such a popular and attractive program. And I think that your achievement that you have made so far should make you very proud, should make your families proud, it should make your entire nation proud, because as number is impressive, it still is quite an exclusive number there. What I also found interesting when I read about it is that the range of programs that the 2025 students that were selected to consists actually of 37 programs, and it's very diverse. And I will name some of the programs that this list includes. It's Masters in Lexicography, Masters in Advanced Design of Sustainable Ships and Offshore Structures, Greening Energy Market and Finance, Fire Safety Engineering, Artificial Intelligence in Chemistry, Smart Cities and Communities, and many others. So what one can see is that the topics that you selected, the topics that have been selected for this particular program are extremely up to date, extremely current, and will certainly also offer you opportunities for your academic, but as well as later on professional life. You yourself will learn about Europe. You yourself will bring Europe back to Kazakhstan, but you will in a way also become ambassadors of your country yourselves. If I can say the following is there's not so many people in Europe that may know Kazakhstan, or that at least don't know details about Kazakhstan. So they will be looking at you, and you have an opportunity to present your country to the European and other world students there. Another thing that I have learned when I was meeting students is that here in Kazakhstan, often very excellent students do not ask many questions. So I would like you to use this particular program to really engage, to ask as many questions as you want, and to get a little bit out of your comfort zone. And I think this program offers you the opportunity. The European Union has always been a committed partner of Kazakhstan. We have been investing in education and youth and exchanges. And we believe that such programs such as Erasmus Mundus really builds on the stronger, closer, and resilient relations between Europe and Central Asia. And the reason I'm mentioning it is that we see the education, including the Erasmus programs, very much not only as education, but also as bringing the nations and countries together. Today's session, I ask you to ask questions. Also, today's session is meant to be informative for you. As Laura has said, there will be very different speakers. My dear colleagues, ambassadors from different member states, where you will be some of you we will travel. There are of course other countries there. They will be happy to answer your questions about their countries, but also any others. Please feel free to ask. But generally, these welcoming words from me are only to congratulate you and to really wish you all the very best in your stay in the universities that you are staying in. Enjoy it, use the time there, and good luck on behalf of me and my delegation.
Thank you very much.
I finish my words and I pass on to my colleagues.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your gracious welcoming remarks, and it's a great honor for us to have you here today. Thank you very much. Now, dear participants, I'd like to give the floor to Her Excellency Ms. Monika Iversen, Ambassador of Germany to the Republic of Kazakhstan. Your Excellency, the floor is yours. Thanks for joining.
Thank you very much. I hope you can all hear me quite well. I zoomed in as much as I can, apparently, so I hope it's not too far away. It's a pleasure to be here, and as my predecessor, as the previous speaker, I would, of course, first of all, want to congratulate all of you online who have been so successful in securing an Erasmus Mundus scholarship for the master's program. I think it's a fantastic opportunity to study in several European countries, but also to experience these countries as you live and study there, meet new people, make connections. So I'm a bit jealous of you, and I think I would like to be a student again, but being as it is, I would like to congratulate you very much also on the various, Alishka mentioned already, very diverse topics that you have chosen to study in these European countries. Now about Germany, let me just say that we are very happy you're coming. We're very happy that you will spend some time in our country and study there. Just to give you some context, in the winter semester of 2024-25, there were 492,000 international students in Germany studying there out of a student body of 2.9 million in total. So that's 17% are and were international students. What does it mean? It means you will not be alone in Germany as an international student. On the contrary, you will meet not only many German students and hopefully friends in the future, but also many students from other countries. And maybe even some fellow Kazakh students, as around 1,300 Kazakhs are currently studying in Germany all over the country. In any case, this is a fantastic opportunity to make connections, make friends, not just with Germans, but also internationally, and to experience what Europe is all about. I think what is important to know, and I would like to echo what Ališka just said, at German universities, there is quite a bit of academic freedom. And that also means individual responsibility of the student. There's not so much a rigid given structure, but there are things that you will have to explore and you can explore for yourselves. You will be responsible for your schedule, for attending classes, and for whatever you're supposed to do during your master's program. But I also think that very much encourages self-initiative and see how you find your way at a foreign university. But the positive is during the orientation phase, the beginning, and whenever you ask, and coming back to asking questions, whenever you ask, there is and there will be support from professors, from student counselors, from fellow students, student officers. It's just a matter of asking. So just ask if you have any questions. And I would also encourage you to enjoy the country or the countries while you're there, and travel whenever you have the opportunity. In my experience, if you do that, it will leave lasting memories beyond the universities and the master's programs you will be studying in our countries and in Germany. And I would also like to highlight and to strengthen what was said about being ambassadors. I mean, we are a couple of ambassadors here online, but I think also all foreign students are in a way ambassadors in their world, in their sphere, for the countries they come from. So if there are people who are interested in learning about your country, educate them, tell them what Kazakhstan is about. And I'm very sure that many of them did not have a very clear idea of what Kazakhstan is, where Kazakhstan is, and how Kazakhstan is currently, what is developing here in this country in terms of IT, in terms of artificial intelligence, economy, and so on. So feel free to teach people a little bit who should know more about Kazakhstan. Other than that, I think all I can say is enjoy your time and experience the country and experience studying in Germany at a university. I have here, just for those who would like more information in general about Germany, well, we have this book because we are an embassy, we still work with books, but I just checked that this it's called Facts About Germany. It is also available online if you look for it, and it is also available in Russian language, not yet in Kazakh, but in Russian. So for all of you who would like to have a bit of more background about Germany, feel free to explore that online. Other than that, congratulations again, and a lot of success and a lot of great experiences in Germany to those of you who will come to my country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your welcome remark and for giving some valuable information about the higher education system in Germany and the international students in Germany. And you attended our last year pre-departure orientation session, I remember, so thank you for being so supportive. Okay, dear students, I'm now honored to give the next floor to His Excellency, Mr. Luis Francisco Martinez Montes, Ambassador of Spain to the Republic of Kazakhstan, who would like to greet you as well. Your Excellency, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I hope that you can hear me well. Yes?
Yes, we can hear.
Perfect. So this is the first time I'm going to intervene. I hope it's not the last one in this pre-orientation program, because it's my first year as ambassador here in Kazakhstan. Tomorrow, actually, it will be my first anniversary since I landed in Astana. So you can imagine that I am very elated, and it's for me a real pleasure that a year later I am now welcoming 5 Kazakh students. We are going to travel to Spain to pursue their university studies there as part of a European-wide program. Listen, I remember when the first Erasmus program was launched. It was in 1987. So precisely the year I started my university studies in Madrid. So many years later, you can see how delighted I am to see that it has been first transformed into Erasmus Plus and then into Erasmus Mundus, welcoming students also from different parts of the world, not only from Europe, but also in this case from Central Asia, from Kazakhstan. What can I say? Well, first of all, Europe is a community of many things. It's a political community, it's an economic community, it's a market community, but above all, it's a community of people, and it's a community of knowledge. Some of the very first universities in medieval times were founded in Europe. I know that the oldest one was founded probably in Northern Africa, also in India. I just was having lunch with an Indian citizen. He reminded me that one of the first universities was the University of Nalanda in northern India. But this is the beauty of it, that thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago, there was little connectivity, if at all, among universities. Now, thanks to programs like this Erasmus Mundus, students and professors can travel, study, teach all over the world. In the case of Spain, I know that 5 students are going to different universities, 3 of them with scholarships. You are going, the 5 of you, to different regions of Spain. If I am not mistaken, 1 to Madrid, 2 to the Basque Country, and 2 to Catalonia. So you will know different parts of Spain. In some of these regions, different languages are also spoken. Euskera, in the case of the Basque Country, Catalonian, in the case of Catalonia, Barcelona, Tarragona. But this is also part of the richness of the experience you are going to go through during your studies there. You are going to practice your Spanish, your English, different European language, but also our rich regional languages. In doing so, and when it comes to the Spanish language, you will share that experience with 600 million people, which is the number of people speaking Spanish all over the world. Many of them you will meet in Spain. You have to also take into account that Spain is the country that receives the most Erasmus students in Europe. I was checking the statistics, and last year 200,000 students came to Spain as part of the Erasmus program. Many of them from the rest of Europe, but also thanks to Erasmus Plus, Erasmus Mundus, from different parts of the world. Many of the places you are going, either Bilbao, Barcelona, Madrid, are very cosmopolitan cities. So be prepared also to have not only a Spanish experience, but a very cosmopolitan experience. You will meet people from Latin America, many of them, millions of them, from the United States, from China, from India, from Northern Africa. So that will be a very important experience also for you, that you will go through a kind of mini world while being in Spain. The other message is that, of course, there is the practicalities, I mean, the logistical side to it. I was told that I should be prepared, all of us, ambassadors, for questions on visa issues, logistics. I mean, how is the life in our countries when it comes to moving around, or when it comes to the administrative work, and so on and so forth. You, of course, can find much of that information online. In the case of those of you who are going to Spain, either you can ask those questions later on in the Q&A part of this session, or I will invite you to come to our embassy here in Astana, to my office, and I will be more than happy to receive you together with my consul to answer to any doubts that you will have, both on the academic from the academic point of view, logistical point of view, consular point of view. But again, the same message. You are going to experience something absolutely wonderful, something I couldn't experience because, as I said, in 1987, Erasmus was launched. When I knew about it, I was almost finishing my university studies. I wish I had that experience. You are going to have it. So take advantage of it. Make the most of it. When you will come to Spain, you will see that there is a small Kazakh community, but there is a Kazakh community. There is a Casa Kazaja, very well organized. You can contact them also online. And on the 8th of November, you will be able to listen in Barcelona to Dimash, because he's visiting Spain. He's doing the first concert in Spain. So you can also experience part of Kazakhstan in Spain, in this case, in Barcelona. So that's all on my side. Thank you so much. Gracias, gracias. Euskarrik asko. Spanish,
Gracias.
Catalan, Basque. Rahmet.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your inspiring speech. And it is really impressive that how the program, the Erasmus Plus program, has been evolving throughout all these years. So thank you for your support. Thank you for your willingness to meet our students in your office with those students who are going to Spain this year. So thank you very much. So now, the participants, I'd like to give the next floor to Her Excellency Andrea Baher, who is the Ambassador of Austria to the Republic of Kazakhstan. Your Excellency, the floor is yours now.
Thank you so much, and good afternoon, everyone. It's good to see all my colleagues, of course, but also you, the students. It is a true pleasure being here with you today to talk about your upcoming studies in Europe. And congratulations, first of all, that you were accepted for the Erasmus Mundus program. I myself studied abroad, and I have to say those are still some of my best memories from my years at university, the stay abroad and the interaction with students from all over the world. So I can only underline what other colleagues have said, that you're really in for a great experience. And of course, hopefully a great experience for those of you who come to Austria, which is much more than just the land of Mozart or the Alps, skiing, beautiful Baroque architecture in Vienna, Salzburg, and other cities. It is also one of the most student-friendly destinations in Europe. So I thought I would share just 4 key points with you on what you can expect when you come to Austria for your studies. First of all, of course, it's a high-quality education. My colleague from Spain, Luis, just pointed out the age and the history of some of the universities in Europe. So of course, I, as an Austrian, have to underline that the University of Vienna was founded in 1365, which makes it the oldest university in the German-speaking world. So there's really a lot of history behind it, but also cutting-edge research, innovation, and, as other colleagues have pointed out before me, a lot of academic freedom. So be prepared really to make a step forward when it comes to independence, to organizing yourselves and your studies on your own, which is, of course, a huge advantage, and the liberty that brings to you. The second point I would like to make is that Austria and Vienna, and also other cities, of course, offer some of the most affordable tuition and living conditions in Europe when you compare it to other European countries. Public universities usually charge very low tuition fees, even for international students. And additionally, the cost of living is quite moderate. And as students, even as foreign students, you will benefit from discounted transportation, affordable housing options, various student services. So when it comes to your budget, I think coming to Austria is one of the most affordable options in Europe. The third point, and my dear colleague Monica placed an emphasis on that, is of course the location. Austria is located in the heart of Europe, surrounded by other EU member states or other European countries, Schengen countries like Switzerland. So really make the most of that. Most of the other countries are just a short train ride away. You can spend your weekends in Germany, in Italy, in Slovenia, in Hungary, the Czech Republic. So really use this chance to not only discover Austria, but to really get to know Europe and our neighboring countries as well. It's a gateway to Europe, and you should take advantage of that. Fourth and last point, the high quality of life and security, of course. We Austrians pride ourselves that we routinely get voted among the top when it comes to quality of life service, which is of course based on the excellent public transport that we have, clean and safe environment, high standard of healthcare, and just the security even in the major cities, especially Vienna. So for someone, maybe some of you are far from home for the first time, for a longer period of time, so you can rest assured that you will have a secure and welcoming environment when you visit Austria. And last but not least, of course, my country is known for its natural beauty. Whether you want to go skiing or enjoying your weekends on the lake, I would encourage you to leave university, to not only focus on your studies, but also enjoy your life. There's lots to discover. So really use the time that you will spend in Austria to get out of the cities and enjoy the beautiful countryside. In conclusion, and some of the other colleagues underlined that studying in Europe is much more than just studying. It is an opportunity to grow, to explore, to build your future. If you look for a job and you can point towards your experience in Europe, I mean, that will be a huge asset for any future career, no matter your background, and also possibly working in Europe in the future, because most of our countries, including Austria, we are always looking for highly qualified, highly skilled workers, especially in areas like technology, engineering, but also healthcare. So take this as a first step towards your future career, and I'm sure you will find the experience enriching. So congratulations again, all the best, and enjoy it. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your warm greeting and for providing some valuable practical information. So that was very helpful and informative. We appreciate that. So dear participants, next floor is now given to His Excellency Mr. Antonello Deriu, Ambassador of Italy to the Republic of Kazakhstan. Your Excellency, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you, and good afternoon to everybody. For me, it's a joy to address you today as you, all of the students, prepare to embark on one of the most transportative journey of your lives. Erasmus Mundus is a testament to your hard work, your dedication, and your intellectual curiosity. You earned this opportunity, and you should be incredibly proud. As it has been recalled before my colleagues, Erasmus Mundus is far more than a scholarship. It's a bridge connecting Kazakhstan to Europe, where your dreams become reality and your potential to global opportunities. This program embodies, in fact, the very spirit of a European Union: unity in diversity, collaboration across borders, and the belief that education is the most powerful tool to shape a better future. As you step onto this bridge, remember, you are not just students, you are pioneers, weaving stronger ties between our European nations and Kazakhstan through knowledge and shared humanity. Let me, of course, address a moment also to the students that have chosen Italy as their main destination for their program. For those aiding you to the Bella Italia, let me assure you, Italy, we welcome you with open hearts and endless inspiration. From the cutting-edge laboratories of Milan and Turin to the Renaissance halls of Florence, from the entrepreneurial energy of Bologna and Padua to the timeless creativity of Roma, of the medieval splendor of Perugia and its rich cultural heritage, of the Cretan authenticity of vibrant energy of Naples. Each of these cities is as a living classroom where history, art, and daily life intertwine seamlessly, offering students an immersive and unforgettable experience. But what is Italy's greatest lessons that you can learn over there? La dolce vita, the art of balancing hard work with passion, curiosity, and with joy. Embrace it, savor your espresso debates with classmates, let the pizzas spark your friendship, and allow the Italian spirits of resilience to inspire you when your challenge arise. However, generally speaking, you have to imagine your experience as something that transformational, where every challenge overcome, and every new friendship forged will shape the person you are meant to become. It is not only a gain of adaptability, but also deep cultural understanding and sharpened critical thinking skills that are invaluable in today's interconnected world. And we will have also the unique opportunity to share your rich Kazakhstan heritage with your European peers, all while absorbing the authentic essence of European spirits, European way of life. It is an adventure that for sure will change you forever. What I want to say also that this journey won't always be easy. There will be moments of adjustment, perhaps even a touch of homesickness. But what my recommendation is, as I previously recalled, the resilience. Embrace these challenges. They are part of a learning process, and overcoming them will only make you stronger and more resilient. Don't be afraid to ask questions, to seek help, and to fully engage with your new environment. To conclude, I invite you to see this journey as a palace with many doors. Knock to each of one. The door of curiosity, the door of courage, and especially the door of connection. Build networks, ask questions, and dare to dream bigger. And if you ever feel homesick, remember that in our case, but also for all of our colleagues, European colleagues, our embassies are here to support you. So, in bocca al lupo, that is the Italian way for saying good luck, and to which you will soon learn to reply, the people especially that are going to Italy, crepi. That means the wolf has to die. So may your Erasmus, to all of you, that your Erasmus Mundus adventure be as boundless as your aspiration. Grazie and arrivederci in Italia.
Thank you very much for your welcoming remark, Your Excellency, and for giving our students very practical tips and recommendations. So dear participants, with that, we conclude our welcoming part of the program. So I'd like to extend my gratitude to all the ambassadors who greeted our students. So let me remind you that we had the EU ambassador, ambassador of Germany, Spain, Austria, and Italy. And I think dear students, ambassadors already gave you some very valuable insights and information about their countries, about the higher education systems in their countries. So thank you for that, dear ambassadors. We hope that you'll be able to stay or your representatives, your colleagues will be able to stay till the end of the program in case our students have questions related to your countries. So thank you. And now let me share my presentation that will give you some background information about the program and about the scholarship recipients of this year. Just a second. So hope you can see now my screen. This slide, just a second, gives you some numerical data about the program. As Mr. Ambassador from Spain has mentioned, the program, the Erasmus Plus program, was established in 1987, but the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master started its activity in 2004. So last year we marked 20th anniversary of the Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters program. Kazakhstan has been actively taking part in this program. We usually have the biggest number of scholarship recipients. So if we start from 2004, the last years mark the biggest numbers of scholarship recipients from our country. So this year we have 43 scholarship holders, which is also good, but we also have 11 non-scholarship holders. So the EMJM program is becoming popular not only for those who want to receive scholarship, but also for non-scholarship holders. The program this slide shows you the gender balance of this year's scholarship recipients from Kazakhstan. Total number of the scholarship recipients is 43, and we have 31 female students and 12 male students. As usual, we have more female students. Number of scholarship holders by first host country. As you know, EMJM students will move from one country to another country. So within 2 years, they'll be studying in at least 2 or 3 European countries. So this slide gives you the data only on their first host countries. So these are the countries where EMJM students will start their program. So the leader is France. We have 9 students who are starting their programs in France, which is followed by Germany. 7 students will be starting their programs in Germany. Belgium, 5, Poland and Portugal has 4 students each that will start their programs in these countries, followed by Italy, Spain, UK, Austria, Czechia, Finland, Hungary, Latvia, and Turkey. If we look at a broader map, the Central Asian map, then you can see the number of scholarship holders of this year. So Kazakhstan has 43. The second position is taken by Uzbekistan. They have 10 scholarship holders this year. Kyrgyzstan has 3 and 2 students in Tajikistan and Turkmenistan. If we look historically at the overall number of scholarship holders starting from 2004 up to 2025, Kazakhstan has 510 scholarship recipients, and it's followed by Uzbekistan, 174, 134 goes to Kyrgyzstan. Tajikistan has 49 scholarship recipients, and Turkmenistan has 24 scholarship recipients. As Ms. Ambassador Aleshka Simkic has mentioned, we have 37 study programs that will enroll our EMJM students. 43 students, and the list of the programs is really diverse, so I will not list all of them, but the list includes some broad programs, interdisciplinary programs, as well as very narrow and specific programs. Some tips and recommendations from our office. Of course, the very first thing is to ensure that you have your valid passport and visa. It is mandatory to keep all your supporting documents in your hand baggage, including your passport, offer letter from the university, insurance, and everything else. Since you'll have lots of events where you will be representing your country, please make sure to bring some promo materials about Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is chocolate chocolate or some souvenirs like dombra or youth. Learn in advance about exam dates, forms, and exam retakes. Join groups or communities on social media platforms with students living in the same country like you. Also, do not forget to turn on roaming on your phone, or you can research some other options. I've been recently prompted that there is an app which is called Romingo, which gives you connection in any country of the world. So try to research all available options. And this recommendation was from our previous students who said that it is very important to keep your time, to manage your time accordingly. So use tools for time management and budget planning for the entire period of your program. And of course, take most of your EMJM student experience, and I'm sure that you'll get more practical tips and recommendations from our later presentations, from the presentations of our students and alumnus. There are several communities that you can join. These are Erasmus Mundus Association, and you can see their website. You can research their website and join it. There is also Erasmus Students and Alumni Alliance. And Erasmus Student Network. The Erasmus Mundus Students and Alumni Association has its chapter, country representative in Kazakhstan, and it will be presented today by Mr. Amir Tusupov. And Erasmus Student Network also has a chapter in Kazakhstan as well. Some useful links, but I'm sure you have already familiarized yourselves with with some of these links, your rights as a mobile student, and there is also a very valuable program guide, Erasmus Plus program guide, and EMJM website, which gives you the catalog of all EMJM programs. These are our contact details. We're in Astana. This is our address. You can email us whenever you have any issues or concerns or questions. Visit our website, and of course, sign up for our social media accounts, because we usually announce all the news, all the updates on our social media channels. So thank you. With that, I conclude my presentation. And now I'd like to give the floor to our current EMJM students who have accepted our invitation to attend this event and to share their experience. So the first floor I'd like to give to Ayjan Sakentai, who is an EMJM student in public policy. Ayjan, you're here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Second. Can you hear me and see my presentation?
Yes, we can see you and hear you and see your presentation as well.
Okay, thank you. Dear ambassadors, dear peers and future students, I would like to join you in sharing some tips and telling more about the Erasmus experience, and so you can be a little bit more informed. I will be talking about myself and the program I am enrolled in now, as well as some tips on traveling, accommodation, visa, and most importantly, I would say networking. So first of all, I am Ayjan Sakentai. I have my master's and bachelor's in international relations in Kazakhstan, and then I have enrolled in the Master of Arts in Public Policy program that takes place in Austria, and the second year is going to be in the UK. So now I am in Vienna. These are just statistics. If you are interested, please reach out to me about anything related to today's topic or the program. So Master of Arts in Public Policy is probably the best program that you can get into to study about especially European public policy, and it involves 4 countries. Here you can see there are 4 tracks as well. I am in the CU York track, the European public policy. And probably there are students doing it in ISS and then in Spain. So there is plenty of options, but you guys have already chosen your program, so we can skip this. The diploma of MAPP program is accredited in 5 countries, and it is a very successful program with 94% employment rate of the graduates. So fun stuff. University life, whenever you get there, make sure to attend the orientation program, get to know what the, student clubs, student unions there are, get to know what are the options, and make sure to join the interest clubs that align with your interest. This will help you, first of all, with a feeling of loneliness that you will probably feel when you get there, and you probably will have no one that you already know. Everyone will be new, the peers, the students. So this is going to help with feeling engaged, getting the sense of community. And second of all, it will get you into the network of people. So get to know what options there are for you. These are examples from the university I study at. It is CEU, Central European University. And then get to know what the student union is. There are usually often the public lectures, policy talks that are open to all students. You can attend the lectures that are hosted by other universities as well. So get to know people, get to know interest groups, get to know where you can gain more knowledge. And then another important thing that almost all of the ambassadors have mentioned is traveling. It is part of the Erasmus experience, be it the Erasmus exchange, but most importantly, since you are staying in Europe for a longer period of time, you will have opportunity to travel. In Austria, as it is situated in the center of Europe, as it was already mentioned, you can travel both to the north part, to Germany, to Netherlands and upper, and then there is Poland, Czech Republic, there is Switzerland, there is Italy, and you have plenty of chances to see maybe the whole of Europe. And in DACH region, the Germany, Switzerland, Austria, train system is amazing. So take that as a recommendation. Book the tickets on the official government websites, not government, official websites like ÖBB or like the Deutsche Bahn websites. And then you can get cheaper discounted tickets with your student status. So make sure to check that. Make sure to use your discount. If you are under 25, usually there's a discount. For students, there's a discount. And if you are very tight with budget, there's FlixBus or other regional bus providers that can give you cheaper prices. And there is Ryanair. It is, it gets you to anywhere in Europe for very cheap. But of course, choose sustainable options and travel as much as you can and see other cultures, the diversity, the different people, foods, places, different values. Be open to new people. Another important thing that is part of your visa and part of your life in the countries of your stay, it is accommodation. I would say in any country you are going to, the first and probably the best option are dorms, so dormitories. In Vienna, in Austria, there are a lot of dorms that you can choose from. The thing is, you need to apply directly to each dorm that you are interested in, and you need to be quick. By now, probably there are no free places, but still, talk to me directly if you need more advice on this. And then in Germany and in Austria as well, the WG, Wohngemeinschaft, it is a way of renting a room in a bigger apartment. Or in the UK, it is a more difficult situation. So please reach out to me directly. But I think everywhere in Europe, you will need to pay a deposit, which is 2 or 3 rents. That is on the accommodation. And then visa and insurance. For Austria, by now, you should have applied to the residence permit. And then once your residence permit is approved, then you apply for a visa D. There is a bigger wait time for the residence permit, and then the visa D is usually approved in a very quick time. For the UK, you need to first get your CAS number with the university, and then you are applying for a visa. Wait time is a bit less than for other countries, but it is 15 working days at least. And the insurance for my program is provided by the program. But in Austria, you can apply to the ÖGK, it is National Health Insurance. It is not much, it's 70 euro, I think, per month. Very accessible, and you get access to most of the services, I think, and even some dental insurance. Career opportunities. So why would you need to get into interest clubs and talk to as many people as possible? That is the way that you get access to information and opportunities in career. That is both internships and part-time work. In Austria, you can work, I think, up to 20 hours per week during the semester. Maybe this is different during the summer break, but you need to check every detail on the government websites, on the details of your residence permit. Usually it will be written on your residence permit what is the regulation. And then career center that is with your university is going to be very useful. Book appointments, go talk to them. They can check your CV, they can prepare you for an interview, and then they can tell you where to get to know about opportunities. And then just to give you a little information, the internships are mostly unpaid, especially the UN system internships. And then the most important part is networking. Please get to know people, talk to everyone, say hi to your peers, to people in your university, to your TAs, to your professors. Talk to as many people as you can. Introduce yourself. Of course, tell something about Kazakhstan as well. And networking will bring you friends, so you will have support. You will have your community, and it will introduce you to fun and useful activities. It will give you, maybe most importantly, information on academic and career opportunities. So this is something that will open the doors for your future, not only during your Erasmus, maybe for later, for your life as well. So people, places, and knowledge, enjoy everything to the fullest. But if you are feeling overwhelmed, do not hesitate to sit back, take some rest, because everything is new, everything is overwhelming. But I can assure you the feeling of being overwhelmed will go away as soon as you start getting used to things. So seek support, talk to people, ask for help, get to know new people, and travel, see as much as you can, and learn, both from your studies and from people and from cultures, I think. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. And if you have any more questions or need any advice for related or unrelated things, here are my contacts, or you can just text me now. I will leave my number in the chat, or I'm in the chat in the Telegram. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ayjan. Your presentation was really content rich and very comprehensive. Thank you for that. And I think we do have one question for you in the chat box. So Balnur Jolbaris is asking you to share your social media accounts again. If that was mentioned in your presentation, dear students, we have all the presentations on our website, and the link has been already sent in the chat box, so you can find all the presentations and Ayjan's presentation as well. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Ayjan. I hope you can stay till the end, till the Q&A session, because we might still need you for the questions from our students. Dear participants, we have a minor change in our agenda. Unfortunately, the second student, Aizada Nugurbekova, will not be able to join the event because she has some unexpected force majeure circumstances. So she will not join the event. Apologize for that. But her presentation is also available on our website. So she extends her apologies for this inconvenience. Therefore, our program is now continued by our alumnus of the Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters Program and the country representative of the Erasmus Mundus Alumni Association, Mr. Amir Tusupov. Amir, the floor is yours. Thanks for joining.
Hello, everyone. I hope you see the presentation. That's dear colleagues, dear ambassadors, dear National Erasmus Plus Office. Happy to be here, and I would say really excited now because I see that many young faces here, and I even that makes me feel younger, you know, even if I'm the member of the association, but still, you always want to be younger. You know, the Erasmus Mundus Association, the Association for Students and Alumni of Erasmus Mundus Master and Doctoral Programs. That's a volunteer-run non-profit organization that founded about 20 years ago. We are now about 16,000 members and 250 active volunteers, including me, around the world. So the vision is to become a global network of distinguished, connected, and active members of the greater Erasmus Mundus community. And the mission is to foster academic excellence, professional development, and multicultural exchange of Erasmus Mundus students and alumni globally. So we have several pillars as each organization, but I belong to the country representative pillar because we are now about 400 of us in different countries. Again, we are volunteers who have been selected by the EMA Outreach and Capacity Building Unit. So we are the main contact between the Erasmus Mundus Association and students, alumni, prospective students, and also European Union delegations in the countries. The main focus for us is to be the ambassador and the contact point of EMA at the national level, also promotion of Erasmus Mundus in the country, supporting the formation of a community of graduates and students in the country, and assisting newly selected Erasmus Mundus students. So about myself, so I am the, I would say, participant and student from the older generation of Erasmus Mundus, because I think it was the last programs before the EMJM started to fully cover the whole Erasmus Mundus, because I was part of the Tosca 2 program, the transfer of knowledge, skills, and ideas to Central Asia. So I was studying in Portugal for 2 years. I got a master in finance at this class of 2016. At the same time, I have also other 3 degrees in Kazakhstan, 1 master and 2 bachelor. In terms of the professional certification, I'm the CFA charter holder and also financial model valuation analyst. That's USA and Canada professional certificates. In terms of professional experience, currently I'm the head of the Akko Power company, that's Saudi listed investment company. That's mainly energy and water investor around the world. But previously I was also ex-director of investment and business development at Kazina. That's the Kazakhstani Sovereign Wealth Fund. And I also was a senior investment analyst at the ERG, that's private metals and mining company. That's the main, I would say, information about myself. I'm just, I would say, addition that I was selected last month for 2 years term, so I will be with you for the next 2 years till June 2027. So my agenda as of now is obviously to be present in the PG orientation sessions as I'm doing now. But the main focus of myself is to establish the Kazakhstan Erasmus Mundus Association, connecting graduates and current students for further promotion and development of the program, for networking and implementation of joint projects, events in Kazakhstan, and also supporting the local communities, including by the conduction of trainings, seminars, etc. So below you can see the Google form link in order to, in case if you want to participate and be part of this local station. So please contact me or fill the Google form. And as was said before, the EMJM program already has 510 students. And in addition to all the generation of Erasmus Mundus, like my program and so on, I think it will be less than, not less than 600 people. So it's actually the big amount with, I would say, people with different type and number of years of experience. So I think we will be a good addition to the local community as the representatives of the Erasmus station who has a knowledge and experience thanks to the European Union for the education. So in general, I would like to also to mention that I am the Presidential Your Personal Reserve member and also the member of CFA Sadece Kazakhstan and the analytical community TAUDAO that's formed by the Parliament of Kazakhstan. So I'm truly I understand that being part of the association and some community of the people who have the same human and also the professional, I would say, values, that's a good thing. And we can do many good things together for society, not in terms of only promotion the education, but also in general development. So, as I understand, you already have the presentation in terms of the, I would say, of all the speakers. And in the end, you can see the detailed recommendation, like for the pre-departure checklist, for academic preparation, for the cultural adjustment, packing essentials, even the travel and travel tips. So I will not spend so much time on this because you should read it by yourself and take time. I will just provide you tips, recommendations that I think for myself it's the main ones. That I divided them into two categories: the general and the study. So for the general, obviously you should plan everything in advance: visa, permit, transportation, accommodation, insurance, and so on. Because I remember in my time, for me to get a visa to Portugal, I had to go to Moscow, to Russia. I was staying there almost for 2 or 3 weeks waiting for the visa, and then only then I was allowed to enter the Portugal. So the second, it's investigate the local circumstances, weather, culture, habits, prices, timetable, and so on. So just my example that between the 2 years of my master program in Portugal, I also found a good internship in Germany. I was at Continental ONG in Hanover for 3 months, and it was really, I would say, impossible for me when I went out and on weekend and understood that no supermarket is working. I just came to Hanover and I couldn't buy anything because it's all closed. That was a bit shock for me. So you better firstly, Google and understand what is the local habits, timetables, and so on. Obviously, if it's not UK, so you should try to learn basics of the local language, because it's always good when you try to speak the language of the local people. At least you'll get some sympathy for them. And when I came to Portugal, I found some free courses of Portuguese for the immigrants. I think it was intense, and I have now, I think, B1 level of Portuguese. So the next, I'll say, recommendation is check if there are any Kazakhstani or at least people from Central Asia who is currently studying at university or will be studying with you. I'm not saying that you should establish Chinatowns or Kazahtowns in in European cities, but anyway, being not alone, it always helps. So obviously, you should be open-minded and respectful in this multicultural environment, but at the same time, you should also think independently in making your own informed decisions. So about studying, I would say that you are now one of the best in the country because you got the scholarship, and that's supposed that you previously was the best in your class, in your city, and so on. But when you go, let's say, study abroad, you should understand that there are people who are more knowledgeable than you. So you should admit it, and I would say not to go to any depression and so on. But what you should do, in my opinion, is that you should work to close the gap. I mean, because you are there to study, so you should prove yourself that you should be there and you should be at the same level and the international level. So the next point I would say is focus on understanding and not the rote memorization, because actually, in my opinion, the real knowledge comes from inside and not the repetition. So and last but not least, it's possible already start studying and taking exam for your professional certifications. Because I remember when I had my master's degree in Portugal, our university had the CFA program and some also the scholarships, but I was a bit shaky, And actually, after I came back to Kazakhstan and started working, that's actually hard to work at the same time studying for professional certificates. But it's much better when you study in the same your master's degree and at the same time do your professional certifications, because first of all, the knowledge is fresh in your mind. The second one, you still have much more free time than when comparing to the time when you'll be working. I mean, that's all from my side. Thank you again. And I think the last, I would say, recommendation from my side is that obviously you go there for study, but again, that's I would say Erasmus Mundus. That's not that should cover everything. You should take the most of the program and also try to travel and enjoy the Europe, the culture, and so on. Because I'm still, a bit, a bit sad that I decided, I think in 2016 to save money. I didn't go for travel to Morocco and also to Azores Islands, and that's still, I would say, reminds me this time. But still, I mean, you should try to be, I would say, comprehensive and to be successful in all terms, not only in studies, but also to, I would say, to improve your cultural and other understandings and development. So thanks you all. So these are the main detailed recommendations. So again, if you have any questions, you can contact me. And yes, and thank you again, our colleagues, for inviting me. So see you.
Thank you very much, Amir. That was a very informative presentation, especially the checklists. I think our students will find them very helpful. So thank you for being with us. Dear students, so you've had now chance to listen to our ambassadors. You've heard Ayjan, our student's experience, Amir's experience, who is an alumnus of the program. So you've heard different various perspectives and experiences. But I'm sure that you will have now some practical questions. Before we start the Q&A session, may I kindly ask you, dear students, to switch on your cameras so that we see your faces, at least some of your faces. So it would be great to have your cameras on, dear students. Now I see that we do have questions already in the in the chat box. So we are starting our Q&A session, dear participants. So let me go through the questions that we already have in the chat box. So the question is from Alibek Adrishev. Ayjan, thank you for the presentation. I'll be studying on CEU IBAI track, Austria, Spain. Please, could you share your contact information? Alibek, again, the contact information is in Ayjan's presentation, and Ayjan's presentation, as well as other presentations, are available on our website, and you have the link. Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Ambassador, for sending this link, Ambassador of Spain, and I think Ambassador of Austria has also shared some useful links. Thank you for that. A question from Asanalia Al-Muratov. Do we have representatives of the UK and Belgium? So I'm not sure. I don't think they are here today, but Asanali, if you do have questions related to these countries, please feel free to send us your question and we'll follow up. Okay.
Hello. Sorry. May I just say a word? Yeah,
okay.
I'm the deputy head of mission and consul at the Embassy of Belgium, but I've just connected, unfortunately, so I haven't followed the meeting so far.
Thank you for joining. Then Asanali, please type in your question. Dear students, you can switch on your cameras and switch on your microphones and ask your question, or you can type your questions in the chat box. Alina Sagimbayeva, is there anyone starting their full semester at the University of Glasgow in Scotland? Please, if anyone starting their programs in Scotland, please let us know. Dear students, we do understand that you would like to have a joint group or WhatsApp group or something else so that you can share your questions and concerns. We already have a similar group in Telegram. This group was created for last year students, but I mean, it is totally fine if you join this group so that last year students share their recommendations with you, and you can share your contact information and everything else in that chat box. So my colleague Ainur will send to the chat the link to join this Telegram channel. So this is a joint Telegram channel for you and for last year EMJM students. So please feel free to join this group. I'm coming to the mysterious kingdom of Belgium. So we do have a Belgium representative. Please feel free to put your questions. So the question from Alibek to Belgium embassy representative. I submitted my residence permit application at the Austrian embassy 3 weeks ago. From your experience, how long does it usually take to receive a decision for Erasmus Mundus students? Is there any way to request an acceleration of the visa process?
So
Well,
if I may take the question, since it regards the Austrian residence permit, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah. So I mean, based on our experience when it comes to students, the usual time for receiving the residence permit is about a month. But actually, the national authorities, who are the ones who make the decision, have up to 3 months time to decide. That doesn't mean, of course, that it takes 3 months, but in theory, that's the period of time where all the applications can be looked at. Afterwards, after you receive an okay for the residence permit, you need to apply for a visa at the embassy, and that usually takes not that long, so maybe a week, if all the documents are there, of course. But that is roughly the time estimate that you need to expect.
Thank you. Thank you for the answer.
may I just add something?
Sure.
Yeah, maybe I'm not sure. I maybe misunderstood the question, but I'm afraid there's maybe a misunderstanding, because the Embassy of Austria represents Belgium for short-term visa, for Schengen visa, for visas that for stays less than 90 days. But it's different for long-term visas for students, which are national visas. That means that other Schengen countries cannot represent Belgium or any country. So in this case, we don't have a visa section at the embassy of in Astana, which is too small, but it's our embassy in Moscow, which is competent. All the information is on our website and on the website of our embassy in Moscow. There is a postal procedure. You don't need to go to Moscow. It's possible to apply by post, by mail, via VFS, which is the subcontractor for the visa applications. But I would recommend to go on VFS website, on the website of the Embassy of Belgium in Moscow, or even you can find the link on our website on the page for visas. And if you have more questions, I would recommend to contact our colleagues in Moscow, which are responsible for long-term visas. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that.
Just to clarify, Alibek's question, did it regard studying in Austria or in Belgium?
I think Belgium, but he applied. Yes, Alibek, are you here? Can you please
Austria.
clarify?
The first year is Austria, and the second year is even Spain.
Yeah, okay. So no, I mean, then what the information that I passed on to you regarding the deadlines and so on, it's for Austria, of course.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Next question is from Dilnaz Gabdullah. Thank you for the presentation. Should we apostille our diplomas? So I think it's very country specific. Yeah, Dilnaz, which country are you going to? What is your first host country? Can you clarify that? France. Do we have representatives from the French embassy? I don't think so, but Dilnaz, we have written down your question and we'll follow up on that, okay? By email. Next question is from Kamila Sizdikova. Could you please share the contacts of all students so we can connect, please? So you can have all students in the Telegram group that is already active. Okay. Asanali Al-Muratov, anyone going to Belgium and Netherlands? Belgium, yes, I think. You can see it on my presentation. Netherlands, not as a first host country, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Question from Ayajan Sidulaeva. I have a question regarding academic progress and continuation in the program. In the unfortunate case that a student is unable to complete the Erasmus Mundus program, for example, due to academic difficulties or personal reasons, what would be the consequences? Are there any financial or academic penalties we should be aware of? Probably we can address this question to Ayjan, maybe. Ayjan, can you help us with this question?
Yes, so I would recommend everyone to check their study agreements, because usually the things might be different, the details. For my program, for example, there are no consequences. I would say probably if the reasons are valid enough, there are no consequences, but I would still recommend check your study agreement, yeah.
So it really depends on the regulations of each specific university, right? And the program. Okay, thank you, Ayjan. Balnur Jolbaras, I got answer about my residence permit from Austrian embassy in just 1 week. Right now, collecting documents for visa D. Good for you. Thank you for sharing. Aydın Isirgepov, I have a question for you, ambassadors. Will I be able to visit Greenland with my EU residence permit or other overseas territories of Denmark? Sorry if it sounds a bit silly. I just really want to go there. No offense meant to other great EU countries. So who'd like to take this question? The ambassadors.
I mean, I would my proposal would be to check really with Denmark, but usually you have to be prepared that your Schengen visa are not valid for overseas territories. So I think you might need extra permits.
Thank you. Okay. Next question. Amir encourages you to put questions. Yes, please, dear students, don't be shy. Take this chance and put all the questions. We have EU ambassadors, EU member states ambassadors, students, and alumni. One more question. Hi all, I saw that there are 2 students admitted to IMFC Who else is going to be studying in this program? You can check it in our Telegram group, dear Gulum. My first country is Portugal. Is it possible that student visa might get rejected? We don't have anyone from the Embassy of Portugal, I guess.
If I may.
No, we have.
If I may.
Oh, we have. Okay,
yeah.
Great.
So, yeah, my name is David Matos. I'm Deputy Head of Mission of the Embassy of Portugal, also Head of Consular Affairs. Just like Belgium, we do not issue visas at our embassy. National visas are with Moscow. So Embassy of Portugal in Moscow. Short-term visas, like Belgium, are issued by the Embassy of Austria, but in this case, it's a D visa, it's a national visa. The risk of being denied, well, it's like any other applicant. If you provide all the documents and the documents are valid, the visa will be issued. If not, it will be denied. So I advise the student to contact the Embassy of Portugal in Moscow. If you have any difficulties, please refer to our embassy and I will talk to my colleague because of course visa requests are a lot, especially for students these days. So if you have any difficulties, I'll be glad to help from this side, but you should contact Moscow first.
If I may to add to the David's comments, so I was 11 years ago, when I went to Moscow to get the visa, and obviously there is always some probability that something will go not as you expected. That's life. But what you can do is you should minimize this probability, and first of all, you should prepare all the documents. So I would recommend you also to do the copy of your passport, each page of your passport. I remember that the Embassy of Portugal in Moscow asked me to do it, and I spent like 5 or 6 hours searching for the copies under there. So each page, even if it's empty in the passport, you should do the copy. And also, what else? Always take with you 2 copies of the admission letter to the university and to the program, and try to not to buy the return ticket, I would say, in advance, because it takes time in the embassy. So you better buy only ticket one way, and then wait for the passport to be ready, and then only go back. Because I had to, as I remember, change the return ticket because it took more than 1 week for the embassy in Moscow to provide the visa.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question? Yeah, yes. Can I ask a question regarding the Portuguese visa? I've already went to Moscow and have applied for the visa, and right now I'm waiting for their answer. But I'm already in Kazakhstan. I was wondering if there's a way to do, the postal service as in Belgium, as in Belgian embassy in Moscow. if I can like send my documents by post and get the visa and get the documents back by post, or would I have to travel there again? Yeah, that's the question.
Well, if I may, actually, we don't have this kind of service. You don't provide. I understand your concern. I will talk with the colleagues if anything has changed in this regard. I believe not, but please feel free to contact our embassy through our official email, astana@mne.pt. It's on our website. Please write your request. I will forward to our colleagues in the visa department in Lisbon and to our colleagues in Moscow. I do not guarantee because it's not our policy, but it may have changed and I'm unaware. So please feel free to ask us and I will forward the question.
Okay, thank you. I will try. However, any questions I've tried to ask in regarding visas to our local embassy, where they always refer to the embassy in Moscow, and anything like regarding visa questions and anything regarding visa, basically they refer to the Moscow embassy.
That is it is the way we actually have an auto reply because lots of questions are about visas and we cannot reply them because we are not competent in this regard. But as I said, this is a very specific question. I'll be glad to help you. It's, as I said, it's not our policy, but I will contact and I will see if this policy has been reviewed or not.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
If I may to add, over us, there is also a second option. One friend of mine who was also doing the visa like me the same year. What she did, she went to Moscow. She applied all the documents to the local embassy of Portugal. But at the same time, she found a local person, Russian citizen in Moscow. She signed the POA to this person for this person to go to the embassy in 2 or 3 weeks to take the passport and then send it by herself directly via post services to Astana. So this is as an option, so that you can also consider at the same time while waiting for the feedback from the David, our local embassy in Kazakhstan.
Yes, thank you, Amir. Actually, that's a possibility, the power of attorney. So that's two different things. One is someone in person picking it up, someone of your trust picking up the passport for you, and that's totally possible. Another thing, which is, I believe, what Oljas was asking, is the embassy doing that for you. But as Amir told, and thank you for sharing the practical experience, that is a possibility if you send the power of attorney. But and if it works for you, I can also check with my colleagues in Moscow if what can we do if you know someone in Moscow that can do that for you or that is going there in the near future.
Thank you both. I'll just hope you received full answer to your question. Now we do have several questions in our chat box. A very long question from Zarina Bigbayeva. Hello, my university coordinator is based in Italy and I have just received the apostille for my diploma and transcripts. I'm waiting for a diploma supplement as an alternative document for declaration of value to submit to the university during the welcome week. Since I will spend the first 2 semesters in Germany, and apply for a visa through the German embassy, is there still a need to obtain a declaration of value? Additionally, could you please let me know how long it typically takes to obtain a German national D-type visa?
Going to reply here, Mr. Kinese, that will reply for you. It is the head of the visa section.
Just to clarify about the German visa, you shall check with the German authorities and the German embassy. For what concerns the question about Italy, the declaration of value usually it's and the apostille diploma is required by the university in order for the enrollment. So basically, you need these documents, the diploma, apostille, and with the declaration of value or with diploma supplement, in order to provide this document to the university, and the university will check if you're eligible for enrollment at the university in Italy. Anyway, if you need to apply for the visa to Germany, you need to check with the German authorities. And whenever you get to Germany, you'll study in Germany, you will get a residence permit in Germany. You can stay up to 90 days to Italy. If you need to stay more than 90 days in Italy, you can apply for the D-type visa directly in Germany through the competent Italian national visa, through the consulate, Italian consulate in Germany, or Italian embassy in Germany.
So it's a matter of calculation.
Yeah.
We have to be very careful in the calculation. If you are over 90 days in our country, you are not allowed.
In any case, the diploma supplement or the declaration of value is required by the university for the administrative procedure of the university in Italy.
Thank you very much. Zarina, hope you understood, you got the answer to your question. Next question is from Rauhan Sierik. Dear speakers, I'm going to Belgium and got my visa from Moscow now. The question is that, do I have to apply for the residence permit in Belgium? Because for the second semester, I'm going to go to France. Probably that's a question to Antoine Binamé.
After questo, what they have a question regarding visa process for Italy. I will be studying in Italy for 1 year. At the visa application center, they told me that I still need to show a parental sponsor. I would like to double check with you. It is mandatory to show a parental sponsor would be enough to prove that there is sufficient financial means for 1 year of study in Italy, as my program lasts 1 year.
Would it be enough to prove that I have sufficient financial means? Questo dipende dall'università, cioè se la borsa di studio è già stata erogata. Se la borsa di studio è erogata ed è sufficiente a coprire il nostro requisito, sì, non è necessario. Però
Yeah, for the question for Belgium, as I said, we don't have a visa section, so I'm no expert. But if I'm not mistaken, with your once you have your D visa issued by our embassy in Moscow, you can enter the country and then ask your residence permit once you're in Belgium. But don't hesitate to send an email to our embassy, astana@diplobel.fed.be, and I will double check and give you the answer in written.
Thank you very much. Words of thanks from Aydin to Ambassador of Austria. Asanalia, anyone going to Belgium and Netherlands? Yeah, you have the answers to your question. Question from Aidos. My visa appointment is on July 31st, and I understand that processing can take up 2 months. 2 months. If I end up missing the first month of classes, could this affect my studies or enrollment at a university in Czech Republic? Do you have anyone from the Czech embassy of Czechia here? No. Aidos will get back to you with the answer. We will write down your question and we'll follow up on that. Okay. Okay.
So
yeah.
maybe
Antoine?
I can just add something, because I remember there was a second part in the question about France. So if you're doing a second semester in France, I mean, you will have to check with the French colleagues, but you will probably need to apply for a French visa at the Embassy of France in Brussels.
Okay, thank you. Question from Adelia Ibolova. I applied for a German student visa about 2 months ago, but I haven't yet received any update regarding the status of my application. During the visa application process, I informed the German consulate that I would submit my final diploma and secondary school certificate with certified translations once they become available. I have now received these documents and I'm ready to send them. However, the consulate was unable to tell me to whom or where exactly these documents should be submitted. Could you please advise me on the correct contact person or office where I should send my final diploma and other required documents?
So are we talking about the consulate in Almaty?
Adelia, can you please clarify? Are you talking about the consulate in Almaty or Astana embassy? Adelia Ibolova, can you please?
Yes, good day. I'm talking about my local embassy located in Almaty.
Consulate in Almaty.
Yes, yes.
Consulate Almaty, okay. Then in that case, I think if we could get your name and your application number, we can check with colleagues in Almaty and get back to you on that. Here for Astana, I can say we are quite happy. We've already received 2 or 3 visa applications from Erasmus Mundus students, and here in Astana, it takes a couple of days if there are no special circumstances of previous stays in Germany that we will need to check on, but usually it goes fast. And I don't think we should have a problem to identify the colleague in Almaty who you can send it to. So please give us the name and maybe the number of the application, and we can check.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Your
Thank
Excellency.
you so much. Thank you so much. I have already sent all the details.
Good.
Thank you. Next question is from Kapilov Mstislav. I've got a quick question. I applied for a long-term German national visa since my host university is RUB. Could you please shed some light on how the academic movement across different universities and countries work throughout semesters? Will I need to apply for multiple visas in order to travel since national visa is not a Schengen visa? If that's a silly question, I apologize in advance. There is no silly question, Mstislav. So who would like to take this question? Will I need to apply for multiple visas in order to travel?
Maybe I can give an answer. If you have a stay permit, like a permit to stay in one of the Schengen countries, then you can. It also counts as a Schengen visa. Let's say it allows you to travel to a Schengen country for less than 90 days. I mean, in other Schengen countries, for a total of less than 90 days per 180 days. But then, if you need to go to another country for a longer period for a second semester, then you will need to apply for. I mean, those are national visas, so the rules may be different in different countries. But generally, you need to apply for a long-term visa, national visa for this country for your next semester. I hope that's clear.
So if a student has a residence permit in one of the Schengen visa countries, he can easily travel within this zone. But if he or she goes to more than 90 days for a semester, let's say, then he or she needs the national visa.
Yes, I mean the residence permit allows you to travel as a tourist, but if you're going to study in a second country for a semester, then you need to apply for a national visa.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. Thank you very much. Question from Jean Saya. I have a question regarding the visa process for Italy. I'll be studying in Italy for 1 year from January 26, but will be attending the Welcome Week in September 2025. At the visa application center, they told me I still need to show a parental sponsor. I would like to double check with you on that. First, is it mandatory to show a parental sponsor if I already have a full scholarship? The second question, if yes, would it be enough to prove that I have sufficient financial means for 1 year of study in Italy, as my program lasts 1 year?
Well, according to the time that in January she will start the visa, so it mean I mean the stay in Italy, so she will apply for the visa before January. September is a different situation for the welcoming week. She just need a short-term visa in order to go to Italy. Basically, I would like to ask to Jean Saya, how much is what is the can she tell me something more about this scholarship? I mean, she's already been awarded a scholarship. What is the amount she will receive monthly for this scholarship?
It's around 100 or 1,400 euros, as far as I remember.
Okay, if we have all the information about the scholarship that it has been awarded and she will receive what is the amount she will receive, she actually doesn't need any more proofs. But if it's not like that, anyway, we need to understand the support by the family, so the financial means by the family that a family is can give to the student in order to help the student compensate the scholarship. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. It's clear. Yeah, that's a comment from Antoine from the Belgium embassy. Don't hesitate to send an email to Astana. Please write down this email. Those students who are starting their programs in Belgium. I'd love to get in contact with you and even to organize a meeting at our embassy if you're in Astana. Sounds good. Same for the former student that studied in Belgium. I wish you all to enjoy your stay in the EU. Thank you. Question from Nargiza. I'll be spending my first semester in Spain. So I applied for long-term visa. In my application, I asked for the 2-year covering the whole duration of my master's. However, the consulate office is insisting that I can be only provided or approved visa for my first semester, for example, 6 months only. Will it be the problem when moving from country to country and getting the residence permits?
Oh, and thank you for the question. Yes, actually, the answer from the consulate is right. We have two types of student visas. The short-term student visa, which is up to 180 days. That is the one that the consulate is probably offering, according to the question. If you want to have longer than that, it's a D-type visa. In this case, when you get a D-type visa, for instance, here, is valid for 90 days. When you are in Spain, you have to go to the immigration office, and there you have to apply for a foreign identity card that could cover up to those 2 years. So if I am not mistaken, it's up to you. But if you want to get up to 180, is the first type, the short-term student visa type. Of course, these are national visas. You want to travel to other Schengen countries, then the short-term Schengen type applies. It's 90 days, but then you have to go through a different, let's say, window. If you want to have more details, I will write. Probably the person who asked this question already have the email, but I will write it to you. But yes, it's right. You can get either up to 180, or you can get more than that, but then you get a D-type for 90 days. And once you are in Spain, you have to apply for a foreign identity card. Right? So I will send the email again via the chat, and you will get a full-fledged answer. But if I am not mistaken, that's exactly the case. These are the two types that we have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for the answer. Adela Ibolova has put her application number. Thanks, Adela. We'll pass it to the German embassy to check on your status. Words of thanks from Mstislav to Antoine. Thank you very much. You've been most helpful. Question from Asanali. My third semester will be in the Republic of Estonia. Will I not be refused entry because I visited Russian Federation occupied Ukrainian territories? I visited my grandmother's relatives. It was in October 2024. I checked with Czech embassy. They said no. We don't have anyone from Estonia, I guess. But if the embassy answered you no, maybe that's the correct answer, I guess.
Laura, if I may just say, I don't have answers to these visa questions, unfortunately. This is really something that consuls know. But for those that have not, that are not represented here, like Czech embassy or Estonian, I can also pass on the questions that are being asked by students who are going to these countries that are not represented.
Thank you.
We will be in touch, Laura, after the Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Alibek, if the residence permit for Austria is not issued on time, is it possible to apply for a national visa D instead and then finalize the residence permit process directly in Vienna after arrival? Also, for the second year of my program in Barcelona, will I need to apply for a new student visa from Kazakhstan again, or will it be possible to switch my residence status directly from within the European Union?
So Alibek, let me answer the first part of your question regarding the residence permit. So it is not possible to have two parallel applications. So while the application for a residence permit is being processed by authorities in Austria, it is not possible to simultaneously apply for a visa. But if you send us your date of birth and then an email address where we can reach you, we can try and have a look where, what the status of your application is, and maybe get in touch with the competent authorities to check, and then get back to you on that. On your second part of the question, I would refer to our colleague from Spain.
Okay, thank you very much. I will write to your email.
Sure.
Concerning the second question, for the second year of my program in Barcelona, will I need to apply for a new student visa from Kazakhstan again, or will it be possible to switch my residence status directly from within the EU? Probably you can go to the Spanish consular section at the Spanish embassy in Vienna, and then you are there, obviously legally, then I guess it's possible that you can apply in our consular section in Vienna without needs to get back to Kazakhstan, apply to our consular section here in Astana, which will not make sense, obviously, and it will be costly for you. So once you are in Vienna, you can go to our consular section there. It's in Argentinenstrasse, if I am not mistaken, near the Teresianum. And I know because I lived 5 years in Vienna, and it was my neighborhood. But again, you have there our email here also. We can answer to you at length here in Astana. But yes, you could go there to the consular section of the Spanish embassy in Vienna. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Question from Kamila Sizdykova. My second country after first semester is Padova, will be Ecuador. As we do not have an Ecuadorian embassy in Kazakhstan, will it be possible to apply for a visa from Italy? Any comments on that?
Let us read exactly. So my second country after first semester in Padova will be Ecuador. But the first semester she will spend in Padua.
So if
now she's in
legally
Italy,
present in Italy, she
so
can contact
Ecuador is
Ecuadorian authorities.
Ecuador embassy is in Italy, and however, if you have a legal permanent residence permit in Italy, you are entitled to use every kind of services in that matter. However, in this case, it is an extra EU country. But by the way, Ecuadorian embassy, since far I know, is present in Roma, and so you can apply from Roma. Roma, the embassy of Ecuador, of course.
Thank you. It's very clear. Question from Azel Tuyakova. My first semester will be in Spain. I will be awarded a scholarship of 1,400 euros per month. Should I confirm the financial assets for the visa application?
Well, first of all, congratulations for getting the scholarship. I guess that is well deserved. So lucky you. And well earned. Of course, is better, and I think is required that you should attach to your application that a reference to that financial income you are getting via the scholarship. Yes, the answer is yes.
Thank you. We don't have any other questions in the chat box. Dear students, do you? Oh, we have one from Adina Kapsamatova. I'll be studying in Poland for the first semester. My program said that the BS diploma, bachelor's diploma, should be certified by national agency, NAWAA, and obtain the IRS before applying to visa. And this procedure can take up to 60 days. Can I apply for national visa type D without this procedure? So let us check that with the Polish embassy, with the embassy of Poland, Dina, and then we'll get back to you with the answer, okay, via email. Thank you. Dear students, do you have any other questions? We still have some 15 minutes. Please feel free to switch on your microphones and put your question in an oral form or type in your questions in the chat box.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
As I already said, my first semester will be in Portugal, and I have already received some warnings in regards to the the problems with receiving Portuguese residency permit. So in order for me to travel to Belgium, which will be the second semester, I would need to receive the residency permit in Portugal. However, I've heard that there are some problems, with trying to receive that document in time. How should we, navigate this situation?
If I may, I don't know if I'm...
Yes, David?
Okay, yeah, the video, okay. If I may, indeed, Portugal, the Portuguese authorities that issued the residence permits are having trouble coping with the huge amount of requests, mainly for working purposes, but of course it goes into a line, and the authority for migration now has a backlog, huge backlog, with hundreds of thousands of residence permits to issue. The point is, when you will get the national visa, the D visa, you will be able to live in Portugal for that period of time, and most likely it will be covered for your semester, even if you don't get the residence permit. To apply for the visa for the next semester, which will be Belgium, you said?
Yep.
So I would refer to the embassy of Belgium in Lisbon, because most likely as they know the situation with residence permits, they will be, I would assume, likely to accept your visa application there, not to go back to Moscow. But that's something that you will need to clarify once you got to Portugal with the embassy of Belgium in Lisbon. Even probably, I don't know if Antoine can answer that, but usually this criteria, whether we as embassies accept foreigners residing in countries, it will depend from country to country. But everybody is aware, and I'm sure that the embassy of Belgium in Lisbon is aware of this issue in Portugal, of this situation. I don't know, so frankly, I cannot assure that you will receive your residence permit in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever. But I think you should contact the embassy of Belgium in Lisbon as soon as you got there, to clarify the situation.
Yes, I would recommend to do the same. I'm not sure if our embassy in Lisbon has a visa section or not. I don't know if it's like in Astana where we don't have a visa section. It's covered from another country, so you should check that with my colleagues in Lisbon. But yeah, I would contact them and ask for more details and explain your situation.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
If I might to add, for me it was, I confirm, at least it was 11 years ago, that there are some difficulties in I'll say, in terms of the getting the residence permit. But as I remember, I had 2-year program, and the maximum amount of terms they provided to me, the permit was for 1 year. So, and this permit allows you to be in other countries for not longer than 3 months. So definitely you should, when you come to Porto or Lisbon, then you should check with the local embassies since the beginning in order to be prepared for the potential move. But even if it's won't be on time, you still have an ability to move to Belgium, right? At least for 2 months and 29 days. And for this period of time, you should get let's say, the respective visa to be in Belgium. I mean, it's a worst case scenario. You have 3 months.
Thank you, Amir, for the comment.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
next question is from Aydın Isirgiyepov. Is there a period after you finish your studies to get a job, visa-wise? Amir, can you help us to answer this question?
To get a job?
Visa-wise.
I think that will be, first of all, this student visa, then when you enter. And I was looking for the job in Portugal also. I think we were not able to get the official job because residence permit is also was based on the study, let's say, direction. So I think for my period of time, I couldn't do it. But again, it was 10 years ago. Probably you can do something. Probably there are some changes, and David Matusz can explain more. But what I did, I got the scholarship from Germany. I was looking for the international experience. I went to Hanover. And again, because I had this residence permit, I could do maximum. I could be maximum 2 months and 29 days in other country non-stop. And that's why I agreed with the company to have this term of the internship. But it's an internship that's also related with the studies, so you can do it. And it also was paid internship. So internship for sure, but a full-time position, I think you should check.
Thank you, Amir. Question from Diaz. I'll be spending my first semester in France and have applied for a long stay visa. Will I also need to apply for residence permit? I'm not sure if the visa alone will cover the entire duration of my program. And I think that question has been answered by Aydın, that you need to check that with French Immigration Office. But please let me know if you have some comments, dear ambassadors, representatives of embassies.
I don't know about France, but I mean, for Belgium, once you get to Belgium, you need to apply for residence permit in Belgium, even if you have your visa. And to answer the previous question about visa to look for a job in Belgium, I mean, it's different in every country because those are national visas. But in Belgium, there is the possibility to apply for a visa after studying in Belgium to get a 1-year visa to be looking for a job in Belgium. And I will send a link with more information right now in the chat.
Thank you very much. Okay. Next question is from Gulsum. I have been accepted to the live program and will be spending my first semester in Barcelona, Spain. Just wanted to clarify if I understood the process of getting a visa correctly. So first, we need to get SLU type D visa through BLS, preferably 2 months before the start of studies. After we get our visa, we need to apply for residence permit in Spain. Then for the other semesters in Belgium, France, and other not decided EU country, we need only the residence permit. Could you please tell me if I understood everything correctly? Thank you in advance.
Yes, so sorry I got disconnected for a while, but I have read the question. As I said, if it's a student program lasting up to 180 days, then you get the C-type visa. It's not necessary to have a residence permit or C card. If you are going to stay more than 180, then you have to ask for a D-type, and then once in Spain, you have to apply for this foreign identity card. Since you are going to be for a semester in Barcelona, so it's 100 type of visa should apply, right? Not the second one. So it will not be necessary to have or to apply for this up to 180 days should be enough. But again, write to our consular section in case, because I was dealing with consular matters, but this is the information I have. Right? It's one kind of a student visa, is fine. If you are going to stay for more than 180 days, then you have to apply for a 90 days visa. Once you are there in 90 days, you have to apply for the foreign identity card. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next question, is internship
and regarding,
considered...
sorry, and regarding like the third point for the other semester, if after Spain you're going to Belgium, then you need to apply for a Belgian national visa at the embassy in Madrid before going to Belgium.
Thank you. Is internship considered as a job experience in the European Union?
I think that was mainly the comment to my reply.
Okay.
And I also replied that actually it's always hard to get a job without diploma in Kazakhstan and Europe also. So, and obviously paid internship in Europe is better than no internship in Europe and Kazakhstan. So it will help you, first of all, to understand what is the corporate world in Europe. Secondly, you will already be prepared for the full-time job when you're back to Kazakhstan, and it will help you to stand out from other potential candidates for a job here. I would say like this.
Thanks, Amir. Our last questions. We have 5 minutes left, dear students. Question from Ayajan. I also have a question regarding post-graduation support. Do Erasmus Mundus graduates receive any assistance or guidance in finding a job after completing the program, either in their home country or in Europe? I think Amir can take this question as the representative of the Erasmus Mundus Association.
Can we repeat again?
Yes. Do you provide any support and assistance in finding a job after completing the program?
I would say in terms of advices, for sure. I mean, because now that's actually the reason why I applied to be the country representative, because now I have almost 10 years of professional experience in Kazakhstan. I led the director of department of the investments in the biggest company in Kazakhstan. Now I lead the business development of the Saudi company in Kazakhstan. So obviously, if there are any positions in our office here, I will try to also send any request information. But I know anyway, Kazakhstani market is growing. And what I want to do, I want to like to share with my experience and also some advices for you to, when you come back to Kazakhstan, you will be more prepared, and you actually can track and let's say plan your professional career here in Kazakhstan and also abroad with good advices from myself. Because when I came back, I had no person to advise me. And actually now when I already have 10 years of experience and 5 years managerial experience, I decided to give a thank you to the European Commission for funding my education, because it actually boosted my knowledge and experience. So I think it will be also another part of me being present as a country representative here in Kazakhstan, also providing the advices and trying to help the alumni to find a job here and develop themselves professionally.
Thanks, Samir. Well, from our side, for the National Erasmus Plus office side, we also do not provide any formal training or guidance on how to find a job. But what we can do, we can connect you with suitable communities like Erasmus Student Network, Erasmus Mundus Association. You can expand your network, and it will, of course, increase your opportunities to growth in your career. Okay.
If I may, I would like to add.
Yep.
Look, guys, I mean, we have many, let's say, young generation people here in Kazakhstan who has the European or the USA or UK education. So having the master's degree abroad is not something that is unique in Kazakhstan. I mean, you have to first of all stand out by yourself. I mean, it's not always the case when you come to Kazakhstan and say like, I want to get a job, and the job will come to you. It's always in a journey. You always have to put your efforts, and it always be like this. I mean, even if the Kazakhstani education, abroad education, and so on. First of all, you should focus on yourself and develop yourself in order to be better than yourself yesterday, and better probably than others in any competition for the job.
Thanks, Amir. A comment from Ayjan: prospective Austrian students, you can apply for a graduate residence permit once the studies are completed. Thanks, Ayjan, for that. Good news for Alibek Adrisha from the Embassy of Austria. We checked your application for a residence permit, and you should receive the confirmation in the course of the next week. Thank you, Your Excellency, for that. Aydin, how do you possibly can extend your visa after completing your studies? Is there a grace period? How can you extend your visa after completing your studies?
If I may, I will take this question. I feel it depends on the country, because as I remember in Portugal, when you finish your master, you still had in my time, at least 1 year to find the obviously opportunity of 1 year to find a job in Portugal. And if you find a job, then together with your employer, you can go to the embassy or the special public services to extend your visa and so on. But I know one of the criteria, as I understand, is to come back to Kazakhstan, right? So it also depends on your decision. So you can go back to class and then to go back in Europe, in 1 or 2 weeks. If you try to find a job, it depends up to you. But I don't think that will be something automatically, or say, giving you opportunity to work, to get the work permit and so on.
Thanks, Samir. Any additional comments? No. Okay. I think that was the last question. And Ayjan has contributed to this question as well. You should check with the regulations of the country you are interested in, correct? Okay, Asanale, will I be able to extend my EU visa by following? Okay, I'm not sure about this question, but maybe, who knows? So check with your country. It's very country specific. Okay. I think we are now ready to conclude our program. Dear students, I'm sure you have received very valuable information. The session was really content rich, and those questions that were not covered, we'll collect them and we'll get back to you with the answers to those questions. And also, please join our Telegram channel. I think Ainur can send once again the link to the Telegram channel where you can find all your peers and students from last year intake. So in conclusion, I'd like to extend my gratitude to Her Excellency Ms. Aleshka Semkic, the European Union Ambassador to Kazakhstan, and the EU delegation in Kazakhstan in general for their contribution and to organizing this event and for their support. Many thanks to the representatives of the embassies of EU member states, Her Excellency Ms. Monica Iversen, Ambassador of Germany to the Republic of Kazakhstan, Mr. Luis Francisco Martinez Montes, Ambassador of Spain to the Republic of Kazakhstan, Andrea Baher, Ambassador of Austria to the Republic of Kazakhstan, Ambassador Antonella De Riu, Ambassador of Italy to the Republic of Kazakhstan. Each of you have been very, very helpful, and thank you for your time and thank you for your great contribution to this event, the ambassadors. Huge thanks to our student, Ayjan, who has been very helpful and who has been answering the questions in the chat box as well. Huge thanks to Amir Tusupov for his great contribution for representing Erasmus Mundus Association, as well as sharing his own personal experience. And thanks to my colleague Ainur for putting all her efforts in organizing today's event. And of course, dear students, thank you for joining the session, and we wish you the best of luck with your programs. Any final comments, any final questions, last minute questions? From anyone? No questions. All happy?
Guys,
okay.
May the force be with you.
Thanks, Amir. Okay, so thank you all very much. I remind once again that the presentations from today's session are available on our website, and the recording of the session will be available on our YouTube channel. Thank you all. Thank you, dear partners, ambassadors, students, alumni. Thank you very much, and bye-bye. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you very much.